Jeremy, I know coming into the season, Dwane said one thing that he wanted to see some more growth from you was the recognition when you got double teams. And it seems like you've been really more conscious this year of defining people when defenses fly at you. Is that something that just was, hey, you had to experience it to learn how to react to that?
Yeah, definitely. I think I learned through experience, like a lot of these young guys, and just being able to, find them and make it easier for everybody on the court is something that I've been working on. So.
Dwane said last week also that they recently made kind of a transition to Kate's hands more. What has been the difference for you with Kate being a primary playmaker now, and how do you feel like the kind of chemistry with him is growing?
It's going well. I mean, he's talented, as y'all can see. He's good with the ball in his hands. He makes it easier for me playing off the ball and stuff like that. So.
Was it a transition at all, just given that, last season, the ball kind of cycled hands a little bit, you have to make it season early and then it adjusted late. But since Cade has come in, he's really been a primary guy. Is that an adjustment for you to figure out exactly how to play off of him and kind of share responsibilities in some ways?
A little bit, but I mean, my whole career, I never really had the ball in my hand, so it wasn't too much of an adjustment. And he does a good job of finding players and finding me and whoever it is. So yeah, it's been okay.
You take anything from last night? It's a loss, and maybe defensively you guys didn't do what you wanted to do, but offensively shots were falling in the first half, and you can see where that rhythm is there.
Yeah, like I said, we're getting better. We have a lot of lapses. Lately, it's been the fourth quarter, but early in the year, we played one good quarter or two good quarters. Now we're putting together 3.5 good quarters or three good quarters, and we're moving in the right direction. We just got to put a whole 48 minutes together.
Seems like at times this season when every team goes on a run, this team isn't always able to figure out how to strike back. And it doesn't seem like that happened as often last season. Do you think it's a difference that maybe having fewer vets or, or more young guys in bigger roles? Kind of, what do you chalk that up to?
I mean, yeah, we're a young team. Last year we had a lot more vets on the court playing, and this year we're 1 year, 2 year guys. So I mean, that's what you kind of get when you got these guys on the court.
And you've seen it early, obviously, in your career with Philly, like not directly the same comparison, but kind of what have you noticed kind of makes a difference for guys to really figure out how to kind of stop those runs from getting out of hand and read what the moment needs?
For me, it was experience. Experience in it, understanding where you want to go when the times start getting hard, and figuring out what you want from the offense and obviously from the defense as well. Yeah, but when you're young, you don't really know. You haven't experienced it. You gotta experience it to understand it. So.
That one via Zoom. Pistons, go ahead.
Hello, Jeremy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Jeremy, how do you see your partnership with Cade Cunningham, and what do you say about the development of that partnership so far?
It's good. It's good. He's extremely talented. He's been playing on the ball a lot, creating for other guys, making it easier for me to have openings and stuff like that. So I think it's going well.
And how many steps forward do you feel that you made as a team, despite the outcomes, wins or loses? How many steps on the right direction do you feel that you made so far?
I think we're definitely moving in the right direction. I think at the beginning of the year, we were struggling a lot, and not necessarily to get wins. We're not really getting wins right now, but I think we are moving in the right direction, slowly getting closer to putting a full game together.
Thank you very much.
All right, appreciate it, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
yeah.
What's up, Vince?
How you doing?
No, Vince.
Coach.
Dwane, I don't know how much you can speak to this, but looking at the stats, you guys average less free throw attempts at home than on the road, and you foul more at home than on the road. Is that unique in your experience, or
Very unique. Very unique. It was unique in the discrepancy last night, but again, I'm not going to comment on it. And I've, let the people know who, you know, are in charge.
Did you go back and look and?
I
still
did,
not as
I did.
pleased?
It is, it's tough. Officiating our league is very difficult. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because if I get going, I'll lose some money.
With Kate, he's not gonna whine a lot. Is that something that, like, you guys to earn it, or is it?
Well,
something
no,
inside?
I don't know if he personally went to the rim enough or with enough force to draw contact or anything like that. So I have to go back and look at his possessions going to the rim.
Not necessarily last night, just in general, though, with Kate.
No, he goes to the basket. No, he goes. There's been opportunities for for him to initiate or get contact at the rim and get fouled. He's done that, and over his career, he will get there for he will draw fouls just because of his game, how he gets to the rim, and that type of thing. Keith.
Is that something you see that with young players? It's kind of that is really
It's evolution. It's evolution. No, you got to get over the fear of going and getting hit, and so, but he's already there. He's ahead of the game from that standpoint. I don't know how many free throws he's shooting, but he's going in there with force to draw contact.
Is that one of the things that kind of goes off the rails when the offense isn't clicking, that it's not that guys are going to the rim to try to get to the line or going aggressive to the rim. It's they're taking jump shots in those situations, and that's where those are whatever percentage is going to be.
Right.
But you would live with more going to the rim and getting fouled, but the jump shots, if they're not falling.
Right, no question. And then you got to make what I call a rim decision. Once you get in there, there's a 7-footer there. You got to be judicious about what you do, whether I go and try to finish over him, which is not very smart if he's at the rim waiting for you, or do I kick it out, find my teammate in the corners, or do I continue my dribble and Steve Nash it going out the other side? So there's a lot of things that go into that. And once you do drive in there, it's not just as easy as I'm driving there to score. You have to go in there and make a decision once you get in there.
He had a great statistical game last night, Kelly. It seemed like there was a point when the game started to slightly get away from you, but you still had the lead. It seemed like there was like 3 or 4 straight possessions where he was trying to, do it on his own. When that stuff happens and the guy has it low, and is it a fine line that he has to walk between, swinging it and trying to sort of lean into the rhythm and trying to get the momentum back?
Vince, that's true for all of our players. I think, we're so young. We have so many young guys that they're everybody's trying to do it themselves and try to do a little bit too much. They call it not just our top 3 young guys. It's quite a few of our guys, kind of got outside themselves, driving down, ball bounce off foot, go out of bounds, try to kick it out or pull behind the double screen and shoot a 3. So just too many of those decisions for young players that get us in trouble. Now today we pointed out and we see it all, but in the heat of the moment, heat of the game, that shot looks easy when you're up 12, 13, but 12, 13 point league in this league is 0. And we've been on the other side of that. Out in Phoenix the other night, things were comfortable for them and they come in. So it works both ways, but learning that rhythm, learning that feel of what I have to do in this situation, time, score, situation, is the hardest part for us right now. And again, I will say this, I'll look at all the stats. We've played good basketball for 3 quarters, and that one stretch in the 4th quarter kills us because, again, decisions we make, plays we try to make, or plays we don't make on the defensive end. And I know we're all talking about offense, but offense is not what beat us last night. 42 points and 89% in the 4th quarter is what beat us. So we can talk about K's decision offensively, whoever's this, it wasn't offense. It was our turnovers in certain segments, but it was our a lack of attention to detail defensively, the straight line drives, blow bys, no quick enough base go, low man help. So all those things turned into our bigger issue in the 4th quarter.
Jeremy's efficiency has begun to tick up after a bit of a cold start this season. Do you see Jeremy starting to figure out how to play off the K a little bit more, pick a spot?
I thought Jeremy was playing excellent basketball, throughout the whole game. We didn't get to him enough in the fourth quarter offensively. But again, I will say this, offense wasn't our issue in the fourth quarter last night. When you let a team shoot 89% in the fourth quarter, you're not going to win too many games or score 42 points in the fourth quarter. So, to your point, Jeremy is playing good offensive basketball, and and it's good to see both of them playing together. And I think Killian is a good fit for that three-man group also.
When you look at Cade's last 10, 11 games, and then you look at his last 5 games, the numbers are going up, the efficiency's getting better. Are you at all surprised, given the month that he lost, that it's kind of coming as quickly as it is for him?
No, not really, because he is talented. He's very talented. That's why he was #1 pick. So, no, he's talented. I didn't think it would be long. I thought it would maybe take a little longer for his shooting to come around, which is good to see, his 3-point shooting. Again, just the feel of the game, the moment, time, score situations, what you can get away with, the shots you can get off in the NBA versus college, all those things, not only Cade, all young men try to learn or is trying to figure out right now. And he's no different. And it's not a negative. You can't change Father Time until he continues to grow, and it's going to come.
As he matures, when you look at, obviously the gifts he has, the size and the vision, the ability to play maker, play off the ball and all that. How much flexibility does it give you as a coach, and even as an organization, to plan an offense and to build a roster around?
Again, it's great, because I think we were #2 in the NBA in offense, or top 5 or whatever it was, offensively in Toronto. Same system, same 3-guard look, so to speak. And that's what we can eventually get to. Sadiq is growing into that kind of wing player. So it's perfect, because he does give you that flexibility offensively. But again, it's both sides of the ball. We all have to get better defensively.
We saw last night Killian and Isaiah were able to connect on a lob, and it's just something we haven't seen much this year. For all that Isaiah does well, he's not the most explosive athlete, but I was curious, in your opinion, are the lack of lobs, is it his limitation as an athlete, or are the guards not doing enough stuff to work that through?
Well, a lot of teams are switching now 1 through 5, and it kind of negates that a little bit. And last night they were in a higher pick and roll coverage, which allows for the lob. And then if they're not switching, they're in a deep drop, which is very difficult to get a lob threat. They have to almost fall asleep on the backside if they're in a deep drop to get that. So I think we've been victims of that quite a bit. Like last week, you had Ayton in there, you had the big guys with the Lakers in deep drop. So it's been very difficult to get that. And luckily last night we had that opportunity, and he'll be able to get that at some point against the teams that are in higher coverage, or if they are switching, getting out of it quicker, and then getting behind a smaller guy who's on defense.
Rebounding had been an issue. Was it encouraging to see last night that it was an all hands on deck approach to that?
No question. We have three areas defensively we try to measure ourselves on every night. One is a one-on-one defense. We didn't do that. Shell defense, we didn't do that. Rebounding was the third one. We did that. And that was one positive area where we covered. And each night is a little bit different each night, but it was really good to see. And Isaiah had a lot to do with that. I thought Trey Lyles came in and did an excellent job rebounding for us last night. So that was good to see. It was good to see.
Seems like this scene sometimes when opposing teams go on runs, like we saw OKC last night, this team isn't always able to kind of regather and figure out how to slow things down. Is there a difference maybe in last season? You had a few more older guys around it to maybe kind of calm the room a little bit. You think this team's trying to figure that out?
It did. I hate to keep using this word, because at some point the young players have to become older players. But once the other team kind of ratchets up the pressure or whatever it is, we have to be able to respond. The same shots you get in the first quarter, you're probably not going to get. And the same calls you might get in the first quarter, you may not get in the fourth quarter, because officials may let it go, whatever it is. So, but we have to get ready mentally and physically for those moments when the other team ratchets up, when they start trapping or being more physical with you to ride you out of bounds or whatever it is. You have to get ready for it. And there's no classroom for that. It's through experience. It's through going through it. And, you know, that's kind of where we are right now.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. No, Chris, you sleep.